What's cracking, y'all? It's your boy Ray G here to talk through some NBA prop plays over on PrizePicks for this NBA slate here on Friday, December the 9th. Got a bunch of games kicking off here in the next hour and a half, so I don't want to play around. Let's get to the model. Let's get to the plays, all that good stuff. Quick recap of the plays that we discussed on the channel yesterday. Went 1-for-1. Zach Collins, if you took the under rebounds, under the fantasy score, or under his points, rebounds, and assists, that cash with ease. Good stuff right there. And unfortunately, on the other side, Josh Hart, his over 3.5 assists, and then the over 10.5 rebounds and assists didn't cash. He had 9, and then he had 3 assists. I don't hate the process. Sometimes the results just in there, but we were on the right track. But I got some good stuff cooked up for us today. As always, we don't make you pay for picks. All that I ask is that you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, like the content, comment below, let me know what you're rocking with. But let's dive into the model right now. So the core plays today will be Zion Williamson and James Harden. Zion, I like the blocks and steals, and I like the fantasy score. Probably going to flip-flop a couple of those. I like both of them, right? You see right here, the prop over projection, the blocks and steals, the prop is 130 times lower than what he's been doing over his last 5 games, which is averaging 3.5 blocks and steals in this matchup over the last 5 games. His fantasy score, the prop is 27% lower than what he's been averaging over his last 5 at 55.3. We have both of these looking like an over in our model. Difficult matchup versus Phoenix, but it's a 1.5 point spread, so it should be a close game, should be real competitive over there. Let's take a look at Zion Williamson and what he's done, blocks and steals category. It's been phenomenal. He's hit this number in 6 of his last 10, and he's been on a heater over his last 7, cashing this in 6 or 7 games. Really like this power forward defense from the Suns. Kind of towards the bottom of the NBA, 19th overall. So I like this for Zion Williamson. And then you look at his points, rebounds, and assists, right? 38.5. So we're trying to compare this with some fantasy score stuff. It's a tough matchup. So if I had to prioritize the plays for me, I would take the blocks and steals before the fantasy score. But if y'all don't like the blocks and steals, I think the fantasy score over 43.5 is a fine play. Now, James Harden is who I want to target in the Philadelphia game. I know he's coming back from injury. Only had 7 assists versus Houston, but this is a great matchup versus the Lakers. 22nd versus the assist, and dead last in shooting guard, point guard defense, which James Harden is. Getting his legs back under him. He played 38 minutes. He should be fresh. 8.5 dimes. Let's get it, James Harden. And you look in our model, this is a nice play for Harden as well. Right? 9.8 is his last 5 average. We know he's been out for a little bit, but 15% higher than the projected prop. Really like this 60% probability in our model, and you see it gave us a green boy, which says go time, go over on James Harden, rocking with it tonight. Now, Devin Booker from the game versus the Pelicans. So let's get back up to the Pels. Let's talk about Devin Booker's rebounds, which I do like the under in this one. 5 is the line that PrizePicks has given us. The book lines have it at 4.5 with juice to the over. At 5, the good thing about PrizePicks is a 5 doesn't kill you, man. A push does not kill you. It just reduces your winnings. I'm cool with that. This is a tough defensive matchup for Booker. 5th in rebounds allowed, 8th in offensive and defensive rebounds. Devin Booker's seen his minutes drop a little bit as of the last 5 games, and I know a lot of that is because he's been involved in a few blowouts, but this is one where I'm very comfortable with taking the under on Devin Booker. It's a tough matchup. You see his last 5, he's averaging 3. The prop is 40% higher than what he's been doing over the last 5. And the standard dev, the lower the number, the better. You see a 2.0 standard dev. That means on the high end, he's hitting about 5. And on the low end, he's getting you 1 rebound. So 84% probability of the under. I will run it as a flex, not recommended it as a core, but I am running it as a flex, as well as Anthony Edwards over 1.5 steals versus Utah. Prime matchup versus the number 2 team and allowing opposing guards to get steals versus them. You see this prop is 169% lower than his last 5-game average, which is 4, standard dev of 2. The lower the better. We like that. And then we look at Anthony Edwards. I mean, it's inflated by some massive steal games right here, right? 6, 6, 5, and 2. He's hit this number in 4 of his last 5 games. Utah's defense is 21st in allowing steals to opposing guards. Really like this spot for Anthony Edwards, so I am running it. Zion and James Harden, 2 core plays that I'm recommending, either his blocks and steals or his fantasy score. James Harden more than 8.5 assists, and then 2 flexes because we got a big slate. Take what you like, leave what you don't. Devin Booker under 5 rebounds, and Anthony Edwards over 1.5 steals. I'm telling y'all, man, do your own research. Tap into these things. Do a little bit of EDU on your own. See what you want to run. But I appreciate y'all tapping in. Just hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Subscribe to the channel. Take what you like, leave what you don't. As always, if you tell, give PrizePicks hell. And if we fail, don't bail. We'll be back tomorrow with more NBA picks. Good luck. Good night. I'm out. Peace.